Yes, honey, we're here.
All
How
right.
are you?
I am well. How are you?
I'm good. No complaints. You look
Look,
gorgeous, by the way.
we Jinx, knock on wood. I think we said it at the same time. Important.
Period.
Give the people your name, love,
Hi, everybody. My name is Rio Antone. I'm so happy to be here.
and what are your preferred pronouns?
I am non binary. My pronouns are they, them, but I also answer to she, her, or he, him.
Oh wow, universal.
Come on.
Okay, come on through. And give the people your age. You know we got to start with the basics.
I am 27 years old. I will be 28 in November, darling. A Scorpio gang up in his house.
Okay,
I have to represent for the Scorpio gang. We crazy just a little bit, but we ain't that crazy.
I ain't mad at all. Where are you located, love?
I am located in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Vegas.
Yes, in the desert heat and hot of it all. It was terrible.
No, no shade. I visited.
Literally, no shade. There is no shade. I know what you meant, but there is no shade. Literally. Yeah. We got these stank ass palm trees, child. I don't understand because they don't provide no shade, no sanctuary, and we're just out here burning like rotisserie chickens. I think I could take a little bit of sweat, but here it feels like if you want to get in tune with what the weather is giving, just go put your hand in the oven at 400 degrees for like a good 20 minutes and just see what it's giving.
Okay, you trying to parboil a bitch. You trying to air fry a bitch. Okay, you are 27. You said right.
Yes.
Rio,
Yes.
universal pronouns, Vegas, and a Scorpio, right?
Yes. I identify as pansexual.
Ah,
Mm-hmm.
gang in the building.
Come on.
And give the people some of your strengths, love.
Some of my strengths would include um, breathing, walking occasionally when I don't feel like lying down. I'm really good on my back, really good on my side.
Send a respirator.
Breathing once again. No, okay. Seriously, I am a really good communicator. I am somebody who truly understands the levels of humanity, spoken and unspoken, and I like to lead with that. I am someone who likes to read energy before I read a person because I will read a bird. I actually think that I low key am hard to surprise. I think that it's definitely not impossible though, because I've had moments where I've been gooped. But I really think that for the most part, because I have such an open mind, I really truly think of everything as like a possibility. I That's my idea of non-binary. It's not just gender. It's literally my thought process about life.
I,
Everything is possible.
I,
Everything. I think some of my weaknesses, what I'm finding more recent, is when it comes to career wise. I have become an extremely ambitious person over the past like 3 years or so. And because I became very ambitious, I have had to learn how to delegate my time correctly between uh, my dating life with people and I'm actually being about my business at the same time. It was really hard for me to do that. Like it was hard for me to literally because most people when you're in dating phase you got to be on the phone majority of the time because you really want to get to know them, and I'm here about that. But I found out recently like such a detached mindset sometimes where I can be like, yeah, 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 and then I want to talk to you for like 2 more days, and then because it's almost like I need to miss you in order to be like thinking of you. Oh, I'm not thinking of you. I think I said that incorrectly. I need to miss you in order to want to be around you. Does that make sense? And I feel like honestly, that to me is the interpretation of love. Love with maturity, anyways. I think a lot of people think that love is like holding on to something like a blanket. And it's like the kid who don't want to let nobody touch. This is my blanket. And then no matter how rather tattered, dirty it gets, you just holding on to it because it's your blanket. But when it's real love, it's a boomerang. It's the idea of you are free to scale the earths as many times as you want to. If you decide to come back to me, baby, I'm here because
okay.
that's what love looks like. So healthy love to me anyway. So I don't really like that whole attachment idea, because I think a lot of people think attachment is love, and that's not love. That's
Mm-hmm.
codependency and trauma.
Mm.
And I am a pet parent for the time being, but I think we're about to give the pet away to foster care. I have a little kitty. I love cats, but I'm allergic to cats, which has just recently happened over the past like couple years. I found out, but yeah,
Deal breakers. Do you have any?
yes, lack of maturity and growth. So when I say that, I think somebody that does not have their own passion for whatever it is that they do, and also a desire to evolve as we evolve.
Appearance preferences, feminine presenting, masculine presenting, androgynous presenting.
Honestly, I do not. I have literally dated across the spectrum. And when I tell you, I used to think like, oh, I only really like tall and skinny. I like to look like the number 10 next to my person and shit. But I don't have that anymore. Like, I truly, when I see something, it's the energy. When I see the energy, I be like, damn, that person is it for me, you know?
You ever been in a past relationship where you felt empowered?
Yes. And the first time that that happened was when I was actually dating a trans man. And that was my first time dating someone who was a trans man. And it was almost, uh, it was almost foreign to me, the way that I was being treated. And you get so used to kind of being considered othered or a freak or something of that nature by people who do like you but don't know how to ingest you into their personal and everyday life. So they kind of like treat you like a hidden secret or some, and you start to adopt that whether you realize it or not. You start to kind of be okay with that. You start to be like, okay, well, we don't talk in person or hold hands in public or blah blah blah. So when this person was like, I want to take you on a date, I was like, what's that? What's a date? Okay, sure. Okay, so he took me to a karaoke bar. I got to meet his other friends, and it was just like a beautiful night. He was like, I know you can sing. So I went up there and I sung this big old ballad number. And it was almost like a scene from a movie. After that like music came on and we started like dancing to the music. And then we went for a cruise and like, yeah, we had a kiss. It was just nice. It was a dope energy. And for me, it was the first time I realized I deserved that. I deserved to be treated like that because it was foreign to me that somebody even thought of me in that way to where they really like, I want to be out with you in public. Yeah. So since then, it's been no looking back, no black backs, no tray backs.
In
Okay.
your ideal partner, what qualities would you want?
I would want somebody that, first of all, has to have great communication. I would not mind if they have some kind of um, spiritual understanding. And when I say spiritual, I do not mean religion. I mean spiritual as in just a deeper understanding of how everything is interconnected in like a form of oneness. I would really appreciate that because I base a lot of what I do off of the idea of knowing everything is interconnected. And also somebody that just gets my quirkiness. Cause sometimes I can be dry humor and sometimes I can be goofy as the fuck. So I want somebody to know that I can be like a roller coaster when it comes to my beautiful imagination.
How long have you been single, Rio?
I have been single for, I want to say a little over a year and a half, maybe almost. Yeah.
When were you last intimate with a person?
Oh, I mean, the last time that I was intimate with somebody, I would say was maybe like 7 months ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
And why not them?
Why not them? Because I just want to say, to be honest with you, I was in a place where, um, I'm Scorpio. The heat of the moment had happened, and I was like, so this is what had happened was, I was like, wow, I'm horny. What you want to do? I kind of had learned to disassociate myself sometimes when it was like, I just want this physical thing at this current moment.
Mhm.
And then and then I can like really not think about you ever again if I didn't want to, or if you didn't want to. And I found that to be my norm. So because people would do that with me, so I kind of adopted that culture. But I definitely know how to switch it back on when I need to, and I know how to switch it off when I'm in a relationship, because when I'm in, I'm all in.
They fear that a Scorpio could be distrusting. What would you say to that person?
I feel like the thing is about astrology, period, is that astrology is only based off of the basis of how our personality is. It doesn't define our fullness. Our lived experiences does that. So I think that, I mean, if you leery, you're leery. I can't change you from being leery, but all I can tell you is don't take it as the 100% bread and butter of life, because it's not. Like everything is contributing, including other parts of your zodiac sign. So while my sun sign might say that I am disloyal to you, I might also be a Pisces rising, which I am, which can mean that I'm a natural romantic and I care too much, or it could mean that I'm a Leo moon, which means that I can have like this fierce desire to please you, all kind of things.
What has been your longest relationship?
I would say 2 years. 2 years was my longest relationship. I didn't know who I was really. So in that part of my relationship, I was more so trying to be whatever that person needed me to be, rather
Mm.
than being in my stillness. So it wasn't giving what I think it should have gave. I think that it gave what they wanted it to give. Whether it was sexually, whether it was romantically, whether it was the way that we literally did things on a usual basis. It was always based off of what their comfortability was. So to me, it was really honestly like a big ass situationship that just carried on too fucking long.
Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years, Rio?
Wow, what a loaded question! Because I promise you, no. In the next 5 years, I truly see myself. If RuPaul, Oprah, and Ellen had a baby, it would be me. I'm gonna be honest with you. Just call me Ru O Ellen, okay? I truly see myself being somebody who helped to shift the landscape of the way that the world is turning. And I really sincerely hope that doesn't come across as like braggadocious or anything of that nature. But honest to God, it's just how I feel. And I am doing everything in my power every single day to make sure that that happens in my life. And I see myself just being somebody that truly is a source of information and light for people.
Is sex important for you in relationship?
Yes, I'm not even gonna lie. I think that to me, because I have a nice sex drive, I don't think it's the defining factor, but it is important. It is one of the ways that I show my intimacy. And I know there's multitudes of ways you can do that. But for me, I do enjoy sex and I do enjoy the act. It's not even sex, it's the act of the build up for sex. I think that is where you can find the most vulnerable situations. I am a voyeur as well. Like, so I enjoy just literally seeing sex.
Dominant or submissive?
I feel like both.
Doesn't have, this can go beyond sex.
Okay, so I feel like both. Honestly, like I said, I'm fluid like water, so it really depends on what energy I'm dealing with. I feel like if the energy give boss energy, I'm willing to be like, oh, okay, well, shit, the motherfucking lead. But if by nature I feel like, okay, this is something I need to take the reins on, I'm gonna take the motherfucking reins, and we gonna keep it pushing. Actually enjoy both. I don't like the idea of playing one specific role in any version of my relationships with anybody, especially when it comes to sex. I would like for us to flip that thing, twist it, and reverse it.
So are you open to the idea of having kids with a partner in the future?
Absolutely, absolutely. I actually would like to have kids within the next like 9 to 10 years.
Do you have any income requirements for a partner?
I do not have a specific income requirement besides the fact that you can actually afford your living without me. Like, I would like to know that you have successfully and was already successfully being able to pay your bills by yourself before I entered the chat.
What is your preferred age range in dating?
Ooh, okay. So I have dated as old as 67, and I have dated as young as 21. I'm 27. So I would say, right as of right now, I would say 24 to 24 to maybe 55.
Would you be willing to relocate for love, or does the person you date have to be in or near Vegas?
I would be willing to relocate for love. And I also feel as if, but I feel like my career is becoming more transient as time is going on. So I feel like I'm going to be traveling a lot. So whoever is with me actually should be okay with me possibly traveling or being able to travel with me.
Elaborate on anything that you have coming up, that you have going on that's coming up soon.
We have a ball room scene that has just recently started here, and it is called Ballroom the Q, and they are literally slaying the game. And we have them
I'm
every
going.
third Friday.
I'm going to have to come through the girl's realness to a test, baby.
Oh yes, come through. Yes, come get your tens, and it is super duper dope. It is beautiful. Amongst that, I am restarting my podcast, which is going to be in August. It's called Period Podcast, which is based on the conversations concerning all things gender identity, sexuality, enlightenment, and also current events, and from the viewpoint of the gender queer person.
Do you smoke or drink, just for the people?
I do drink wine. I have smoked. I have a very low tolerance for weed because I don't know why, but like maybe it's because it was an edible. But like I feel like I was in a fucking sunken place, and a bitch, I was kissing my friend's dog and shit. Like poor little Coco didn't know what the fuck was coming for her. And yeah, I was out in this. I was gone, bitch, and I was literally just sitting on the couch trying to remember how to breathe and not die. So yeah, I don't know. Weed, I can just depend on if it's like what the dosage or the type of weed it is. But I love little rose, little sangria. You know what I'm saying? I like my wine sweet. Okay. Mm-hmm. And I can drink some like light liquor or hard liquor, just depending on what the vibe is. I need to mix that shit. I can't drink that shit straight. That shit burned my motherfucking throat and chest and soul.
Are you open to marriage for the future, love?
I am. I am open to marriage.
Cool,
So if
cool.
somebody want to put a ring on it.
Would Would you prefer a night in or a night out?
I would. I love both. Like, okay, night in, my ideal night in. Can I just say what my ideal will be for a night in out? My ideal night in is literally us. Well, I've been on like this, like intermittent veganism, bitch. I ain't gonna say full time veganism because a bitch still like me, okay? But I've been trying. So my idea would to be like making some hell sloppy joes. I don't fucking know, something just like girty and healthy, some spaghetti or some shit with some fish, and we are literally Netflix and chilling watching like I'm a superhero nerd. I love superhero movies, by the way. So like watching fucking, I don't know, Spider-Man or some shit on Disney Plus, or a scary movie. I love scary movies. Something where I can get scared and curdle into the blanket with you and some shit. And we just laughing and goofy and drinking and whatever. But a night out, I'm very easy to appease. I love the movie theaters. I love going bowling, or I love places. I love karaoke. Like, let's go to a karaoke bar and you will really see me turn the fuck up, especially one that we had down here on Fremont. When I'm with somebody, like in a monogamous relationship, I do like doing spontaneous things. So, like, we could be somewhere, just be prepared. Like, we could be somewhere and I'll just be like, to the left, to the left, to the left. Let's go into the restroom to the left. Stuff like that.
Bras that you wearing, pull them to the left. Um,
Her. The people can find me at all social media platforms, which includes my TikTok, which includes my Instagram, her, or in Facebook. You can find me at Rio Antone, RIOANTONE. That's it. That's what it is. RIO Antone, and you will be seeing me doing all kind of shenanigans, whether it be education, just performing, singing, or just literally being goofy as the fuck, doing skits and all kind of funny shit. Uh, yeah, or makeup. I love makeup and beauty. I do cosplay makeup and all kind of crazy shit.